Hey everybody, Matthew here from MiniWarGaming.com, and welcome to another Beat Matt Batrep.
MiniWarGaming's Beat Matt Batrep.
I got Snowman here all the way from South Carolina to do an interesting series of videos today. As you can see from the title, this is not your typical Beat Matt Batrep. It's very different.
It's unique.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it may be total nonsense. We're going to find out very soon. I had this idea.
Hey, nonsense can be fun.
Yes, nonsense is always fun. I had this idea in one of my discussion videos in the vault for my last Beat Matt Batrep, and that we were talking about open versus narrative versus match, and we were going through the open war cards, and that's when I started reading the sudden death. So what that means, the open war cards is a deck of cards that you use to build a game in open play. The first one will be your deployment, the second one will be your objective, and the third one will be some sort of twist, like it's raining so you can only see this far, or everybody passes morale tests, there's things like that. And there's two other cards that you can draw that we never do because we always bring the same number of points. The first one is a Ruse, which the person who has less, it's supposed to be power level first off, we always do points. The person who has less power gets to draw a Ruse, which is supposed to make up for the fact that they have less power.
I mean, to be fair, you could still use the, even if you're even points, you could still do the Ruse of the person who has less power, but it's not quite.
But usually, if you're playing 2,000 point games, you don't want to give somebody that much of an advantage.
Exactly. It's just...
The second card is a sudden death card, and that's if you have half as much power as your opponent, then you get to draw a sudden death. The sudden deaths give you some sort of thing that you have to achieve, that if you achieve it, it overrides the objectives of the game and you win. For example, and we don't know which ones are drawn yet for this game, one of them says if you have at least one model left on the table after the end of the 5th battle round, then you automatically win. Your opponent could have destroyed everything down to a man, they could have got all the objectives for the game or whatever the objective was, but as long as you can achieve your sudden death card, you win.
Yep.
So we've never played at those because we'd had no reason to tell our opponent to bring half as many points as us, but then I thought, let's try it. And so I emailed Snowman knowing he was going to be coming in to play a game with me and saying, hey, you want to try something different? And he was on board.
And I told him pretty much exactly this. That kind of thing is exactly why I love MiniWarGaming. This is exactly the types of crazy games that I love to see.
Yes.
They're the most fun.
It might, like I said, what's going to happen here is we're going to be playing at least 2 games. We're going to hope to play 3. The first one will be available here on YouTube, and the second, and if there is a third, the third will be available in the MiniWarGaming Vault at the links below. So if you're a Vault member, you can go and watch those as well, where we're going to switch.
And if you're not, you should definitely be a Vault member, because it's great.
I agree with him.
Yes.
And so what's going to happen in the first game, I'm going to be the one at the disadvantage. I'm going to have 25 power, and Snowman's going to have 50. The second game, we're going to switch, and then the third game, we'll probably switch back again, if there's a third game. Like I said, I don't know yet, because we have to see how the day goes. So that is what you have to understand. So this is open play.
An interesting thing for the third game is what we could do is we could combine the survivors at the end of the games from our different lists and have those fight each other.
We'll see. We'll have to see how it goes, right?
Thing.
But basically, one thing you have to understand is this is open play. So all those match play rules that you're used to dealing with, like for example, limit of 3 units or 3 of the same data slates per army is it's not in play. You can cast the same psychic power between 2 psychers. You can use the same stratagems in the same phase more than once. You can all those match play rules we're not playing with, including reserves and how deep striking works, all that stuff. Just forget all those.
Do you have anything that deep strikes?
Well, I have Cult Ambush.
Okay, that's true.
So that could work similarly to that.
I think Cult Ambush overrides the deep strike out of your deployment zone thing, though.
Either way, we don't have to worry about it because
we're
doing open play. So if you think we're getting a rule wrong, double check to make sure that it's not actually a match play rule and we're playing open play. Yeah. Now, without further ado, let's take a look at the first armies and let's draw our first cards. We're going to be playing Genestealer Cult versus Adepta Sororities, and I'm going to be doing the Genestealer Cult. Now, this is 25 power. Now, if you're not familiar with power versus points, every unit has a power level assigned to it, regardless of what upgrades you give it. And because of that, it can be really easily abused. And so we've come up with a strict WYSIWYG policy, which is what you see is what you get. So if there's an upgrade available to your guys, you have to represent it on the miniature in order to actually get it. Because otherwise, you can just be like, yeah, he has all the upgrades, and this pistol is that, and this thing is actually that, and this club is actually a power fist, and you could go on and on and on. And because the point of open play is not to min-max your list. Now, having said that, being the one at 25 power, I had to make sure that I was trying to be at least somewhat efficient with my power level, because it's going to be a very uphill battle, especially against Sisters of Battle, who were very well equipped to deal with Genestealer Cult, given that they have lots of bolters and flamers. So what I decided to do is still go Battle Forged and go for a battalion still to get lots of command points to help me with rerolls. So this will give me 8 command points in total. And what I have for my HQs is 2 Magus, or Magi, and they're both going to bring the same psychic power, which is Mass Hypnosis. Mass Hypnosis is a power that I put on an enemy unit, and they can no longer overwatch. And that's a big deal that I'm going for, because I have to worry about when I charge in with my Acolytes, Overwatch could easily kill them.
Oh, that's brutal.
There could be one Flamer amongst them, and then my Acolytes can't charge anymore. And then for my troop choices, I've got, and they're 4 power each. And then for 5 power each, I've got 2 units of 5 Acolytes. And I've given them 2 heavy rock saws. I'm not sure if that's the best upgrade against Sisters, just because it gives me less attacks and really, really high strength. But Sisters have the same problem as I do, which is a low toughness. But if there's anything tough amongst them, like characters or vehicles, then the heavy rock saws will do that damage. And then each leader has a Lash Whip and Bone Sword, which allows them to fight even if they die. So if somehow the Sisters get to swing first and the Lash Whip and Bone Sword dies, I can still fight in the fight phase before removing him. We have a cult icon in each of the units as well, which lets them reroll 1s to hit. One thing you'll notice that they do not have is none of them have hand flamers. Normally each model could replace their auto pistol with a hand flamer, but I don't have them modeled, and so I just can't bring them. It would have been a great upgrade though, but normally they're too many points to bring in a match play game. And so I don't have a lot of guys with them. I have a lot of Metamorphs with hand flamers, but not Acolyte hybrids. So I don't have hand flamers, even though it would be a nice little upgrade for both these squads. Another 5 power over here for my Neophyte hybrids. It's a 10-man squad. We've got the leader with a Power Maul and Web Pistol, just because I happen to have one of those models, so why not? We got a cult icon. Does the same thing, reroll 1s to hit in the close combat phase, like so basically in the fight phase. We've got 2 special weapons, 2 grenade launchers, and 2 of our heavy weapons, the seismic cannons, and then just guys with auto guns. And that's it for them. I had 2 power left, and the only thing that's 2 power are Scout Sentinels, so I brought a Scout Sentinel with a missile launcher. And that is my 25 power list. On this side, we've got Snowman's army. It's a mixture of your models and our models, because as you put your guys together, you realized, hey, I don't actually have those special weapons that I want to use. And once you realized everything had to be WYSIWYG, that kind of limited some of your options from your own collection. So I happily...
We have the Order of the Wounded Codex here.
The Order of the Wounded Codex.
And when we finally get new models and maybe, Emperor willing, a new Codex in 2019, will be the Order of the Codex restored.
There we go. Now, there is one proxy here, but I think it's an appropriate proxy. You have Inquisitor Greyfax.
Yes, and she is my Canoness.
Right. Now, we have Canoness figures, so it's not that was replaced to Power Game. It just looks cool.
Yeah.
So everything else, though, is going to be WYSIWYG. So
she actually is WYSIWYG. I did bring the Condemner bolt gun on her, and she has a power sword, which has been upgraded to the Blade of Admontation.
Awesome.
Which is the...
Oh, that's right, a relic.
Yeah.
Hold on, did you see that? Oh, in the FAQ there's a relic, so I'm going to have to grab one of those.
Okay.
So why don't you walk us through, first off, did you bring Battleforged and which detachment?
This is the Vanguard, I believe. It's the one with a lot of elites.
Okay, that's Vanguard then.
Vanguard, yeah. This is a Vanguard detachment, so I will be running with 4 command points. I have the aforementioned Canoness. She is Tenacious Survivor for the Feel No Pain, Blade of Admontation, and Condemner Bolt Gun. We have a full squad of 9 Repentia, and they are all the same with no armor save, only their 6-up invuln from Shield of Faith, and a Ministorum Priest, and a Mistress of Repentance. And he gives them an extra attack in the fight phase, and she gives them reroll everything, basically. It's like reroll missed attacks, failed wounds, and failed charges, and reroll advances. It's
awesome.
Yeah. Back here, we have a 9-woman squad of Dominions. Superior with the combi flamer, and then 4 with flamers.
Superior is part of the squad, right?
Superior is part of the squad.
So it's
yes.
actually 10.
She's the sergeant. No, it's 9. This is the Magnifier. She's a separate unit.
But I see 11 models there in total.
Oh, sorry, it is a 10-woman squad.
Okay.
I'm used to bringing 9-woman squads and the Magnifier because I usually use transports. But yeah, it's a 10-woman squad. 5 bolters, 4 flamers, combi flamer. And then we have the Magnifier, and she's basically just a battle sister. Power armor bolt gun. She has 2 wounds instead of 1. And her flag lets me on a 4+ when I do my Acts of Faith, so I get Acts of Faith. On a 2+, at the start of my turn, I get 1. and I can use it to shoot, move, heal, or fight. She gives me an additional 1 and a 4+.
Is it within a certain range of her?
No, it is just 4+.
Awesome.
It's Celestine is the one. She automatically gives you an active faith within 6 inches. We have a Dialogus, because I had 1 power to spare, and she lets me reroll morale checks. We have a squad of Retributors back here, all with heavy bolters, and the Superior is just with a bolt gun. And then we have a full squad of 10 Seraphims. 2 with hand flamers, Seraphim Superior with the plasma pistol and power sword, and then the others just have bolt pistols.
Then
we have another squad of Dominions. They are the same as this squad, except they don't have the extra sisters with bolters. So just 4 flamers and the combi flamer.
Awesome. So you have tons of flamers.
Yeah, I think the only army that does kill it with fire better than sisters is Salamanders.
Yeah, no kidding. And even then,
it's
can't get as many flamers.
It's a toss-up.
So this is 50 power level.
Yes,
You're
this is 50 power of
2 to 1, and you have lots of flamers and bolt guns. So that is going to be tough. We're going to be playing on this awesome table. Everything on this table was provided by Gamemat.eu, so big shout out to them. This whole battle report is actually sponsored by them, and you'll be seeing this in the 2 or 3 battle reports that we'll be playing today. So the mat is available at Gamemat.eu, and we have 2 sets of terrain on here, not the full sets, mind you. In fact, I think we even have duplicates of some things. But this is the industrial set. It comes with these generators and crates and landing pads and pipes. There's actually some other stuff for it as well. And we got the Gothic Ruins set as well. So we don't have everything from both sets, but we, and in this case, we actually have a duplicate, one of the big buildings from the one set. So you can go check it out on gamemat.eu for both the mat and all the buildings. So at this point, we are going to be drawing our first 3 cards, Objective, Deployment, and Twist, after which I'm going to kick Snowman out of the room so that I can draw my Ruse and Sudden Death, because these are to be kept secret to him until they are played. Sometimes the Ruse is played pretty early in the game, sometime later on. Now, I've already shuffled these, but I want you to cut the deck anyways, just to show...
Did you bring a relic?
There is no relic.
Oh.
Because the only relics available to the Genestealer Cult is for the Acolyte Icon Wards. But I am going to be bringing... My leader is going to... have the Warlord trait of Inspiring Presence, so everybody gets to +1 leadership. You're good. So I want you...
Deployment.
What's the deployment?
Hammer and Anvil.
Hammer and Anvil, pretty straightforward.
All
right, Objective, we'll cut the deck and then pick the card. Okay, now draw a card. Glory Seeker. Each player adds up the power rating of all enemy units that are destroyed. Interesting. Doubling it for characters, vehicles, or monsters. At the end of the 5th battle round, the player with the highest total wins the battle, even if their own army has been wiped out. Oh my goodness. All I have to do is kill 26 power worth of units.
Yeah, that's very
and you
true.
cannot win.
Well, not true, because you have characters.
Oh, that's right, that's right.
So if you don't kill my characters, I can...
And I do have a vehicle, so
Yeah,
I've got 28 power worth to kill, but then you've got like 53.
I've got something ridiculous because I have a lot of characters.
Yeah, and you've got a lot of people.
I've got like 5 characters.
So remember, you don't get any points, you don't get any power rating for that until the unit is destroyed. Yes. And then lastly, we've got a twist, which I'm hoping is going to be something like -1 to all shooting or something. Acid Rain. Oh, it is!
Oh, no,
you should have cut the deck, man!
Oh!
So, okay, Acid Rain is the one I was hoping for. It also does -1 to advance. So basically, subtract 1 from hit rolls from shooting. Now your flamers won't care.
Rest in peace, my army.
Yeah, so, but subtract 1 from all advance and charges. But at the start of each of the battle rounds after the first, you roll. On a 4+, it swaps. If it is raining, it stops.
Yep.
And if it's not raining, it starts again. Okay. Well, you know what? Combining these two, I feel a little better.
This is almost a balanced game now.
Yeah, maybe.
Plus
we'll see.
With the sudden death and the Ruse.
I don't know, because they're still Overwatch, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so just so you know, these cards are going to be removed from the decks for our second and possibly third games as well, so we'll never draw the same one.
That's interesting. That's fun.
Yeah, that way. Well, otherwise we might.
Yeah, because then it's same-ish games. Yeah.
Get out.
It's interesting. Keeps it fun.
Get out. I'm going to draw the other cards, but you're not allowed to hear. Go you know what? Actually, go order your lunch. Go talk to Aaron and order your lunch. That way I know you're far away. You're not just listen at the door. Okay, I'm going to talk a little quieter just in case he's nearby. So I've got the Ruses, and I want you to see on camera. Then I'm going to shuffle them up. Although I guess there's no way for you to know for sure that I'm not cheating with this, but I'm not, I promise. And my Ruse is Tactical Reserves. Play this card at the end of any of your movement phase. Pick one unit. Oh, that was destroyed. Set it up again more than 9 inches from the enemy. within 9 inches of battlefield. Interesting. That both is good and bad because it lets me bring back guys, but also gives him more power level that he could possibly kill. So I'm just going to put that one over here. And now the sudden death. This is the thing I'm most worried about. I don't know which one I'm hoping for. I know a couple of them, but I don't know them all off the top of my head. So, once again, you're seeing me shuffle, but there's no way for you to know I'm not cheating this, but I really am not. Hopefully you'll believe me. Sudden death. Kill order. Play this card if you destroy the enemy character, vehicle, or monster that has the highest wounds characteristic of any enemy model that is currently on the battlefield. You immediately win. What would that be? I think it's going to be the Canoness, because the priest has 4 wounds. Canoness has 5, so I think it's going to be that model, because I don't think any of the elite characters are going to have big dialogue. Yeah, all the elite characters are all wound 4. So yeah, if I kill his Canoness, I automatically win the game. Oh, this just got really interesting. So we're going to put it there, and then the sudden death and ruses will join the rest of our cards. And he will not be, like the next game, we will not have those same ruses for sudden death. So we'll always have something different. Okay, we'll get him back in here now. Okay, I'm all done. You can come back in. All I can say is this is going to be interesting.
Good.
And you better watch out.
I mean, it's almost a balanced game now. I don't know what he drew for a ruse. It might actually be in his favor now.
Who knows? I'll be honest, I don't know if it's in my favor because it's not just an auto win or anything like that. Well, they're all the sudden deaths are auto wins.
But like
But I still have to pull it off. Yeah, and that's not necessarily easy. You ready?
You know what the important part is though? It's fun.
Yeah.
I am absolutely ready.
I know. Let's go. So first, we got to roll off to see who gets to choose deployment first. I got the orange die. I got a 5, and you got a 1. That also means that I will be setting up first, and whoever finishes deploying first gets to choose who goes first.
Oh.
Which I don't know what I'll choose for that, because we have to kill each other, almost because I'm going to be in cult ambush.
Yeah.
I almost want you to go first so you have nothing to shoot at for a turn. But I also don't want to be a jerk.
Can you put your whole army in cult ambush?
We're not playing match play.
Does everything have cult ambush though?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Except for the Sentinel.
Okay.
Yeah, he'll have to be on the table. So I'm going to choose the much more densely populated side of the map.
Makes sense.
And then we're going to start deploying. Everything that could was set up in cult ambush. That's everything except my scout sentinel. And there's my scout sentinel hiding behind that building like a little, scared sentinel, knowing he's outnumbered by some seriously ticked off sisters. And then on your side, everything's deployed except the Sister Seraphim, who are up in the sky, which are terrifying to Genestealer Cult. I know you would never think, a bunch of bolt pistols are really scary, but they are scary to a bunch of toughness 3, 5-up save guys. I don't have very many. So you got Dominions and Dominions, you got your Retributors, and then your characters over here, including your...
This is the Dominion flank.
Dominion flank over here, Retributor, and then Repentia with all of your...
Repentia, Priest, Mistress of Repentance, Dialogus, and Canoness.
Now the Mistress of Repentance, she's a separate character? She
is a separate character. She is
Okay.
an elite who is a separate character.
Okay, that's important for
Yes,
points,
it
because
is.
she'll have her own power and it'll be worth double.
Yes.
And then we've got the Canoness over here,
Yep.
a.k.a. Grey Fax.
Not Grey Fax.
Yeah, Fax Grey. Canoness Fax Grey.
Canoness Fax Grey.
Or like something that's opposite of grey. Orange. Canoness Orange Fax. Wait, no, not faxing. Emailing. So orange mail.
Canoness
Orange
Orange
mail.
Mail.
Orange mail. That actually almost works. And you're deployed. I obviously finished first because I have way less stuff than you. So I get to choose who goes first. It's actually a hard choice though for me because I want to deny you as much shooting as possible.
Yeah.
So it almost makes me want to have you go first because I got like nothing on the table. You can do some heavy bolter shots, maybe. I don't even know if I put them within heavy bolter range.
But at the same time, I really want to get close, so...
Yeah, but...
I mean, I'm just going to march my army up the board as far as I can go, either way, so...
I know, but it's still denying you one turn of shoot.
Yeah, it
might
depends
be
either way.
worth it. Might be worth it. But you know what? Step out of the room for a second. I need to talk to the audience. Okay, so here's the hard choice for me. He deployed his Canoness right here, and I have everybody in Cult Ambush. Now, if you're not familiar with Cult Ambush, basically, I can bring him on at the end of the movement phase. I roll a die, and there's a bunch of different results. A 1 or a 2 kind of suck. I have to place them near table edges, and it's kind of randomized. A 3, I have to be 12 inches away, unless he can't see me that's 9 inches. And then the 4 is just 9 inches, but really the 5 and the 6 are the ones I would look for to snipe her. The 5, after you deploy the 9 inches away, you can either move d6 inches or you can shoot. And characters you can only fire at if they're the closest, and he's right there. And the number 6 is the best one for close combat because you deploy 9 inches and then you just do a full move. So that would get me 3 inches away. I would take first turn, I would move. Oh, sorry, it's at the end of the movement, so I wouldn't move, but I'd have a nice short charge. And I have lots of command points to help me re-roll that. But it would be a suicide mission because what if I don't win there? Then that's just it. So do I go for the first turn win? Or do I let him go first and possibly move up in such a way that it'll be harder to get to the Canoness? I'm not quite sure. I need to learn more about the Canoness. It's 5 wounds, 3 up armor save, has Shield of Faith, but a Rosaria has a 4 up invuln. So getting 5 wounds off on a 4 up invuln, and he'll have all his command points first turn. That will be hard for my small little squads. I think I got to give him first turn, so I have a fallback plan in case I can't pull off my sudden death.
Over here.
You may return. Sorry, I was being sneaky behind your back.
Of course you're playing Genestealer Cult. I mean,
After much contemplation with the audience, I've decided to let you go first.
Okay.
So we both have guys that can.
I mean, you know, you're being sneaky behind my back, just like a Genestealer. I mean,
That's
I guess
right.
I should come in here with some bug spray and a lighter, so I can.
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, that's.
So your Dominion squads have a Vanguard rule that before the first player's first turn, they can do a movement.
Yep.
And my Scout Sentinel has the rule that it can do pretty much the same, moves 9 inches. And but your guys will go first because you have the first turn. So go ahead and move them.
Okay,
You're gonna
moving.
advance them.
Advancing.
One up front is 4.
So that's a total of 10 inches.
Just get in my face as fast as you can.
Yep.
All those flamers. Advancing the second squad. How
Yep.
far? 3 inches.
Okay, so just a little behind.
Yeah, just sticking right behind them. Didn't want to run into them. And up they go. Now, at the beginning of your first turn, or at the beginning of any of your turns, you have Act of Faith. So on a 2+, you get to do an act. Go
Yep.
ahead.
So 2+ for my regular act, and a 4+ for the Imagifier.
So you get 1 act. So his choices for acts of faith are to choose a unit, and they can make a move as if we're the movement phase, or shoot as if we're the shooting phase, or if you're within an inch of an enemy, to fight as if we're the fight phase, or you can heal D3 wounds or return a model to a unit.
Move my.
Repentia. Now remember that if they advance here, this is during your turn, so that would prevent them from shooting or charging. Now,
Yeah.
first turn, not a big deal. There's nothing for you to shoot or charge.
The only reason I'm thinking I might not move them is because all the characters behind them, they need to be in that buff range.
Blob.
Yeah.
No, it's up to you.
We'll move the small squad of Dominions, and they will
Advance them.
advance -12. Dancing Matthew!
So they're going to be going
12 inches.
No, 11 inches. It's Acid Rain.
Acid Rain, -1.
Oh yeah, we should have
advance.
been doing -1 to your advanced rolls there, but not a big deal. So we'll remember doing it now. Yeah, right now it's -1 hitting for shooting.
There's already a comment.
-1, yeah, sorry commenter. -1 for advancing and -1 for charging. And the fun thing is they can actually move again in the movement phase. So you can really zip up the board. So now we're going to your movement phase. Movement phase! Where are we going?
We're going to advance everything that way.
So Repentia squad?
Repentia squad,
6
6 inches.
So
they're going
about
11.
5, so they're going 11.
Move all the way.
They don't want to waste any time. They're heading towards that one guy. Being drawn in perfectly to my trap. Hey, he's not part of the squad.
Oh, you're right.
Why don't you advance your priest next?
Priest!
5, so 4. Now you can basically just go wherever you want behind them. And then the whipper. So 5 instead of 6. Right up next to them.
Just get her in the middle.
And then
Dialogus.
2, so 1, so 7 inches. And then the Canoness.
Canoness Fax Gray.
So 0, so it's only 6
inches.
inches. So it keeps her in the back a little bit. Still in range for her abilities.
She's got the aura, that's the important part. Not moving.
Not moving?
Front Dominions.
They're going to advance again for 5 inches because you rolled a 6. So 11 inches. Not quite in range to flamer my missile launcher Sentinel. But oh well, right? You made some pretty good ground there.
Yeah.
Advancing the other Dominion squad. So that's a 5 as well.
Inches again. Advancing the magnifier while I'm here.
Oh, give me your hand. There we go. So 4 inches. And there they go. And that is your movement. Shooting, you don't really have any?
Nope.
Because the heavy bolters are, we just checked, they're like 38 inches away from him.
Yeah.
And obviously you're not doing any charging, and so that is your...
Wait, hold on.
Oh wait, no, at the end of your movement, you could drop in the Seraphim if you wanted to.
Yeah, and I also am within range with my...
With your combi bolter?
Does the combi bolter count as assault?
No, it's rapid.
Okay.
So you can't shoot that after you advance. Yeah. Did you want to drop in the Seraphim? Or are they happy up in the sky for now?
I'm not going to drop them in yet.
Okay, so then no psychic, no shooting, no charging, no fight phase.
Nope.
Your turn is over.
Yep.
So on to my turn. My Sentinel is not going to move. Acid Rain is already going to make it hard. But...
Yeah, you're hitting on 5s.
I'm hitting on 5s right now. If I moved, it was 6s, yeah. So we're going to go straight to the end of the movement phase and start cult ambushing. Now, there are a couple new stratagems for the Genestealer Cult in Chapter Approved 2017. I say new, as they've been out forever. And that is, one is, they're both 1 command point. Meticulous Planner lets me roll 2 dice and pick one. And the other one is Return to the Shadows, which is if they're more than 6 inches away from the enemy at the end of the movement phase, I can actually remove them from the table and cult ambush the following turn. Can't do that with the Sentinel, obviously. But I think I am going to be doing some meticulous planning. Now, whenever I bring in a character, I can choose to have them go with the squad, and we just roll once for both of them, and that way our characters aren't left on their own. So, I think I am going to start with not my Warlord, the non-Warlord Magus, with a unit of...
I thought you said the red Magus was the Warlord.
Is that what I said? I thought I said the blue one was the Warlord.
Blue,
you know, it doesn't matter at this point. The blue one is the Warlord.
All right.
The red one is going to join this squad of Acolytes. We're going to spend a command point on meticulous planning.
Which is the one that has the no Overwatch psychic power?
They both have that.
Oh, wonderful.
And it's open play, so they can both cast it.
That's true.
Yeah.
Meticulous
So I am spending a command point on meticulous planning. Thank you, Banduo Wargames, for providing this awesome little template thingy. Woo! All right, rolling 2 dice, picking one, hoping for a 6 here. We got it! We got a 6! Okay, he just left for a minute to go get a drink, but holy cow, I think I might be able to sniper this turn with my rock saws and everything. Oh, it's going to be so close. I'm going to be able to move up and be like right here. If I can get a second squad in there, or the shooting squad, then I'll be very happy. So they're placed more than 9 inches away, and now I get to make a free move with them as they're at the movement phase. Obviously not going to advance. Here we go. Some rum, say the heavy rock saws. I'm even going to move the Magus closer. The Warlord is going to join this group of Acolytes, and we're going to spend another point of meticulous planning, and yes, I can use it twice, because this is open play. Praying for another 6 here.
Yeah.
Oh, we got it again! Oh my goodness! So they're going to drop back here, being careful to stay 9 inches away from everything, and now they get a free move. I'm a-coming for you, sisters, when I come. I'm a-coming for you, sisters, when I come. You know, he's just going to stay right there. Then I'm going to cult ambush the Neophyte squad, and yes, I'm going to spend 1 more command point, because this meticulous planning is awesome! In this case, I'm looking for a 5, though, because 5 allows me to shoot or move D6 inches, and since they're a bunch of shooters... Oh my goodness!
The 4-round Emperor provides!
Oh my goodness! 3 for 3!
But the Emperor protects.
So we'll see, we'll see. So they get to immediately shoot as if it were the shooting phase, so we're going to fire every... Oh, wait a second. I've got to reposition this a little bit, make sure that Greyfax is the closest. Sorry, the Canoness is the closest. No, never mind, just checked. Already is. Sorry, Orange Male. Canoness Orange Male, we're firing everything at her. So a few things working against me here. The seismic cannons are heavy, and I count as having moved when I come on like this. So their 4+ becomes a 5+. And the acid rain is going to work against me here, so I'm actually hitting on 6s. But hey, the 4-armed Emperor provided before, so now maybe it'll provide again. Give me a 1 or 2 6s here. 1 6. Well, you did do what I say. I guess I should have specified 2 or 3, but you know, whatever. Seismic cannons at the 12-inch range are strength 6, -1, 2 damage. Now you're toughness 3 on your Canoness.
Yeah.
So 2's to wound. That's a wound. -1, so your 3-up becomes a 4-up and 2 damage.
4-up invuln from the Rosarius.
You are fine.
Shield,
fine. You know what? It was just Shield of Faith.
Shield of Faith.
Yeah, you were so faithful, it didn't hurt.
Didn't even need...
2 Karak grenades. Now they're assault weapons, so they don't suffer the penalty for having moved, but they still have acid rain, so we're hitting on 5s. 1 hits. These are actually the same profile, strength 6, -1. I think they're D3 damage though. And that is a wound. So you get your 4-up invuln again. Oh, did you want to spend a command point to reroll it? No?
She'll be fine. What's the damage on them?
D3.
D3 damage? I'll command point it.
Command point it? Alright, you're good.
Show of faith!
But you are down to 3 command points.
She caught it and she's like, I should throw this.
I don't want it. And now actually, we got a web pistol. Let's do that one next. The web pistol is interesting in that I never use it, but hey, why not right now? And that has D3 shots. So 3 shots. Acid Rain is going to make me hit on 5s. We got 1 hit, and I can choose. Here's the thing. Oh, it's awesome. It's strength 3, AP nothing, 1 damage. But I can choose to go against your strength or your toughness.
Both 3.
Both of them are 3. And I don't know. There's not very many people out there who have a lower strength than toughness.
I can think of a couple, like
maybe some vehicles.
A lot of the catachans.
No, their strength is higher. Because you get to choose which one you want to roll against.
Oh, that's true.
And so you're only this is going to be useful against people with a lower strength than their toughness. I'm sure they exist.
Plague Bearers? I think Plague Bearers.
Oh yeah, okay, against Nurgle. Against Nurgle, basically it's all against Nurgle. But even then it's strength 3, so 4 and 5 it doesn't matter. You're looking for something that's literally toughness 6, strength 5. So we're looking at a 4 to wound after all of that. That's a wound.
No.
3 up. Oh, did you want to use another command point to reroll?
It's just 1 damage.
1 damage.
Yeah, okay.
That's right, you sure?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Feel no pain.
Oh, that's right, you gave her the 6-up feel no pain? No.
No, she fell.
She's now down to 4 wounds. And that is the end of my movement phase. So now we have the shooting phase. So we're going to do that again, obviously, and we're going to throw some blasting charges and shoot some pistols. But actually, we're going to go to the psychic phase first. The red Magus is going to cast Smite. Now you do, as much as you don't have any psychers, you do have the 1 command point stratagem where you can deny the witch on a 4+. But I'm going to try to get it off first. And I hurt myself. You know what, before I roll that, I'm going to command point reroll. And I saw that was a 4, but it doesn't matter, because I'm not going to use that for my Smite. So I'm going to command point reroll one of these.
What is this?
Smite.
Smite, okay.
So I did make it. I used a command point. It will do D3 mortal wounds. Do you want to try to deny it on a 4+?
I do not.
So you're just going to take the D3 mortal wounds on your Canoness.
Yes.
D3 mortal wounds. 2.
Feel no pains.
Feel no pain, so 6 up. Ooh, did you want to re-rolling? Obviously, it would be hard. Do you want to?
No.
Down to 2. And then the other Magus is also going to cast Smite.
Are they cast 1, deny 2?
I'm going to re-roll one of those again. Okay, so the question is, do I re-roll the other one to try to actually get it off? No. Yes, no. Yes, yet no. No. But that does bring me down to 3, but at least it stopped me from taking D3 mortal wounds from that. Now we will go to the shooting phase. We're going to start with our Neophyte squad. They're going to open up everything onto your Canoness. Start with our seismic cannons using their 12-inch profile. Hitting on 6s, because I still count as having moved. Whoa, there's the 2 I asked for earlier. Thank you for delivering on that order. 2s to wound. Okay, we got 2 wounds.
4-up invulns.
Booyah and not booyah. Do you want to reroll? It's going to do 2 damage. It's going to kill her if you do not reroll that.
I still have feel no pains, but I will reroll it.
Okay, reroll.
Command points am I down to?
You've got 3, so you're going to be down to 2 now. So you made one of them, so you just need to use 1 command point, and you make the other.
Okay.
Down to 2. 2 Karak grenades hitting on 5s because of acid rain. We got 1 hit, wounding on a 2. That's a wound. You get a 4-up invuln again, which you failed. You want to re-roll that. This will be D3 damage.
No, I won't re-roll it.
You sure?
Yep.
You positive?
Yes.
This could really easily kill your Canoness.
The Emperor protects.
Okay.
The Emperor protects.
D3 damage, 2 damage, you'll die.
Protects.
6 up, feel no pain. Oh! 1 wound left. Down to 1.
I don't care.
I forgot to fire the auto pistols or the auto guns last time, but that's my mistake, so we're not going to do that again. But we are going to fire them this time. We're not going to forget.
Shoot them.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's important that I don't.
Yep.
Because I forgot the pistol, D3 shots, that hits on a 5. And yep. 10 auto gun shots hitting on 5s, thanks to this horrible acid rain. Wounded on 4s, thanks to your wonderfully low toughness. That's 2 wounds. You get a 3-up save against that, and a feel no pain. Did you want to re-roll the save?
Yes.
Reroll the save. Okay. Down to 1 command point. Next up, we'll have this squad fire. I'll have the one with the rock side that no longer has a pistol throw a blasting charge, and the rest of them fire pistols. They are all closest to orange male. So D6 shots is the charge. That's 6. So we're going to have our 6 shots, and we're going to add in our 3 pistols because they're all the same strength and stuff. These are going to hit on 5s because of acid rain. Oh, not bad. They're going to wound on 4s. 1 wound. All right. You're not going to use my dice anymore?
They're betraying me.
3 up, save. Well,
No!
you have 1 last command
Yeah.
point. And you're alive. And the other squad will do the same thing. And you're out of command points. D6 shots in the blasting charge. So that's 3 plus the 3 pistols. Hitting on 5s. 2 hits only, but wounding on 4s. That is 2 wounds. 3 up saves. Oh,
Why?
feel no pain, 6
Feel
plus.
pain!
Oh!
Oh.
And Fax Gray, orange male goes down. So you just removed it, right?
Yep.
Would you like to read the sudden death card?
Kill order. Play this card if you destroy a character, vehicle, or monster that has the highest wounds characteristic of any enemy model currently on the battlefield. You immediately win.
I win!
Good game. That was fun.
You should have seen the trepidation I had in that first turn, deciding if I was going to give you the first turn or not, because she was exposed. But I'm like, okay, she's exposed, but if I screw up the cult ambush, I am dead. Because I knew if I gave you first turn, this would happen, that you'd spread out, and so your retribution wouldn't be as good.
Yeah.
But then I was like, what if you moved up? Like when you rolled the advances, for example, you rolled a poor advance
For her, yeah.
this. No, you rolled a poor advance for this one. And I'm like, shoot, because if you roll a good advance, then she'll get ahead of it, and I can't shoot anymore at her.
Yeah.
And so that was the hard thing. And then you rolled a 1, and
With graphics, yeah.
yeah, that's what. You,
Fax Gray.
and you'll notice that
Fax Gray, orange male.
You'll notice that I was encouraging you to re-roll your saves. I didn't want to be like, you shouldn't re-roll. You don't need this.
Yeah.
I was trying. I'm like, you sure you don't want to re-roll your saves?
I'm like,
Because I want to win fair and square.
yeah. I mean, I understand. It's just like,
All that.
I made a couple errors. My first one was actually what I was planning to do was just now. Was burning that last command point. So what I was planning, I didn't know that was his sudden death.
Right.
Was kill my warlord essentially.
Right.
But so what I was gonna do is I was gonna save that last command point for martyrdom.
Which
And I
is?
was, the one where they get an act of faith.
Oh, that's right. So
And
on a
it
2
pays-
plus.
So no, just straight up. Spend a command point in a phase where one of your characters was killed and they get an act of faith. So I was gonna shoot them and gun.
Yeah. You see, you're like, yeah, I can die.
And I'm like, okay, I'll let her die. I got martyrdom. She also has martyrdom in her rule, which buffs the whole army. They all get like.
And then you're looking at this thinking, well, geez, once it's my turn, I'm just going to turn around and murder you because
Yeah.
the Repenters are going to charge.
Yeah.
Heavy bolters are going to rain down, and there's going to be like nothing
There's gonna
left.
be a heavy bolter's gonna shoot at you there.
Yeah, this was a 1 chance only kind of thing. Because
Yeah, yeah.
otherwise, I wouldn't have been so aggressive. I would have cult ambush maybe and tried to take out a squad on
Yeah,
the
makes
side
sense.
or the one out front. Try to throw mass hypnosis on the flamers, then charge into them, kill them, and then disappear into the shadows before you could get to me.
Yeah.
But because there was a lot of, I didn't even fire my missile launcher
Yeah.
because I was depending on so much on this. I forgot about my sentinel. And I
Yeah.
forgot to fire the 5 auto guns when they got to fire
Yeah,
for
yeah.
free. So that I was like, oh, that could be all the difference.
You got her.
I did.
It ended up working, but no. So another thing that I made an error with is I should have left the big squad over here. I should have put the small squad of Dominions over here. So I had some flamers in the back or flamers around.
Because you know I can come in from any angle.
Try to charge and then burn.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's what I should have done. I realized that after you started deep called ambushing. I'm like, oh, I should have left some flamers over here. But no, that sudden death was crucial.
Yeah, it was
Like,
crazy. As soon as he's deployed, I'm like, get out of the room. I gotta talk to the audience about this because I saw you had the canoness in the corner. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I could do it because I didn't think. I thought she'd be in the middle, and so
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I'll eventually get to her. So I have to kind of stay alive and then try to get one lucky charge off because I was looking at your profile. I'm like, 5 wounds with the 4-up invuln is actually hard to kill.
It is.
as we saw.
I mean, it's only T3, but still.
Yeah, but it's the 4-up
4-up
invuln.
invuln and the feel no pain from the warlord trade.
Yeah, and I also knew if I did it first turn, you'd have all your command points
Yeah.
too. And yeah, you burned through them all, but you had to, as you
Yeah,
can see now.
absolutely, yeah.
Now, just an interesting note, my ruse was tactical reserves. So at the end of any of my movement phases, I could bring back a unit that died.
Okay.
That was an interesting one because I'm like, I don't know if I'd want to.
That's
If I'm ahead, I wouldn't want to because that gives you more power level to
That's
kill.
true, but it's also not a terrible idea.
Yeah, they get placed 9 inches
If
away.
you're so outnumbered, it's not a bad idea to bring, especially like if the neophytes died, they're like what, 5 power for 10?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Everything was 5 power except for
yeah,
the, like 5, 5, 5, 4, 4, and then 2 were there.
You might as well bring the neophytes back. I mean, because you place them within 9 inches, and then they can shoot again.
Exactly.
And it's just like but like I understand not wanting to bring them back to feed me more points because
It just depends. It was all going to depend on where we were at. Like
Yeah.
if I had done just enough points that if you wiped me out, I would still win, then I wouldn't bring them back.
No, of course.
But if I needed just that little extra bit of help
Yeah,
to
yeah.
finish off a squad or something,
Yeah.
then I would bring them back. So I was waiting to see how that would work.
So how I would have played that differently, obviously I'm going to pretend that I didn't know he had that card because
Of course.
I didn't. So how I would have played that differently is I would have put my small squad of Dominions over on that side of the board.
Like over here.
Over here, so I had some flamer coverage over there. I would have saved that last command point if you had still sniped her out. I would have saved that last command point for martyrdom, probably for them who would have been over there and just burned down a squad. Of course, it wouldn't have mattered that I had the command point because you would have won anyway.
Right, but if that
But,
wasn't
like,
my objective.
If that wasn't your objective, or I wouldn't have known that. I'm like, I was actually while she was dying, I'm like, save that last command point for martyrdom. Oh, I'm gonna re-roll that last command point to keep her alive. Oh wait, I
Oops.
shouldn't have done that.
Yeah. Although it could have made all the difference if you did make
Yeah,
it.
it could have.
Now, mind you, I had a pretty big charge coming after
Yeah, you
that.
had a big
I don't know if you would have
charge.
survived all that charging.
Yeah, I don't think I would have survived the 2
Yeah.
heavy rock saws and.
The bow and sword. Oh, heck,
Yeah.
just the rending claws. It's just the
I don't
volume.
think I would have survived that anyway.
Yeah, so the fact that's why I'm like, smite, double one. I'm like, are you serious? Smite,
I
double
was
one.
confused. I'm like, why is he smiting? I'm like, I guess it's just good to kill my warlord. It might as well.
So there was no point that you started to suspect that my objective was kill the
I
warlord?
really didn't.
Yeah, because we don't really know what the deck is.
Yeah,
I'm familiar with a couple of them, but that's really it. The rest of it, I'm not quite sure what they'll be.
All right, well, we'll clean this up and get ready for the next game.
Okay, so you can watch the next game in the MiniWarGaming Vault at the link below. If there's a game 3, it'll be there too. Hey, we're doing pretty well to be able to do 3 games, but it just depends on how the second one goes. So go ahead and click the link below if you're not.
Matthew, where's the bathroom?
Where's the bathroom?
Yeah.
It's down the hallway.
Thank you.
All right. Anyway, if you don't have a Vault membership, you can click either of the links if there's 2 for game 2 or game 3, and you can get a 7-day free trial, get instant access to those other games. The Vault is what allows us to do all of this. Obviously, we've got cool sponsors like Gamemat as well, who have provided all this terrain for us free of charge in exchange for the advertising. Thank you, Gamemat, for that. But the Vault is what allows us to pay employees, the lease, buying more models, and terrain beyond what we get from the companies. This is a full-time business for a lot of people. So the Vault members are what allows us to operate all of this. So go ahead, click the links below, go see how it goes with him having 25 power and me with 50 power, with him with the gotcha, and I'll see you in the Vault. Happy wargaming!